Coming up on Rick Dancer TV, we're going to take you to Wallowa County and introduce you to some amazing people. We're going to show you Oregon's first rage room and introduce you to a young man who had the best birthday ever. That's all coming up next on Rick Dancer TV. I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting. The places most people in Oregon have never been to is Wallowa County. My wife and I went back there in 2007, met some of the most interesting people. Tonight we're going to bring you two of those stories. Here is the first, brought to you by Ron Story at Kiefer Mazda. Nestled beneath the majesty of the Wallowa Mountains is the county's most famous town.
I love the mountains and the cool air and the people, both the natives and the new people.
Judy Botham was born and raised in Joseph.
From the time that I grew up here until now, the change is so different, but the world market is different.
Joseph is the tourist attraction of Wallowa County, the town and the lake nearby. It wasn't much of a town until the bronze foundries came in. Now it's quite commercial, attracting artists from all over the world. Some locals think Joseph is just too much.
They think we're quite commercial, and there is some of that, but then there's also being able to make a living in a beautiful place that you want to live.
Joseph attracts newcomers like Nancy Holen.
Well, I work 2 jobs. I get paid for one. It's a very prominent thing around here.
In Wallowa County, you work to pay for your habit, which is living beneath those great mountains.
For me, I wouldn't go somewhere that didn't have mountains.
Nancy works part-time waiting tables. The rest of the time, she and her partners roast coffee under the name Motley Brew.
Our most popular one is called Grizzly Whiz, and we've had some fun with that.
Not bad for a former cop. Setting up shop in Joseph comes with its difficulties. Remember, around here, until you've got generations to back you, you are not a local.
It's hard to get people to use your stuff. You know, you're a new company, they don't know you or anything about you, and of course we weren't from here either, so we weren't locals.
The grocery store sells the Motley Brew coffee, and so do some of the bed and breakfasts. In the meantime, the crew will just keep grinding away.
We're ready, set, go.
Back downtown, Judy Botham says people in Wallowa County are just afraid of change. She's had to change. Her husband, J. Shirley Botham, was a bronze sculptor. His work is all over the world. One sculpture sits just a block or two from where she works. But a few years ago, Shirley died. His chair sits at the cemetery, looking at the view he loves so much, those mountains. Judy couldn't refuse change. Death will do that to you. Trade-offs, the big picture. She says people would do better to take the focus of the future off of themselves and onto the greater good.
It's going to happen. And that's just progress, but there can be progress with favor and class.
Joseph, Oregon, the place of winding rivers. Down the road a bit, around a bend or two, deep below the canyon wall, is our final stop. The pavement ends here. Okay, this morning we're in Imnaha. Now that's 3 syllables, Imnaha. You have to say it that way or people in town will laugh at you. Right behind me, that's the tavern and the store. And everybody tells me if you want to know what's going on in this town, you got to go to the unofficial town council. It's a bunch of old guys who meet here every morning and have coffee. So we're going to go in and see if they'll talk to us this morning.
She brings the whole gunny sack full of stuff down by her flank.
No, I have conscious.
Her mouth gets her in trouble.
Bill, Hank, Doc, Alazar, Rich, Weldon, Bob, and Roland. This is the think tank of Imnaha.
This store, see, this is a lot older than I am. And this store was originated, back in late 1800s, see.
Heather Tansey's folks own the tavern.
This is it. There's nothing else really. This is mostly what people come to see.
Yep, this is what you call tourism in Imnaha.
On my carpal tunnel, if it gets to bother me.
The board of directors, or whatever they are, talk politics, road closures, and who done what. They don't solve the world's problems, but they talk about them.
They're all so friendly and they just, everybody knows everybody. And they're just really nice, and it's nice to have people who care. Bye, guys.
Weldon Witherite is 79.
I came back because I grew up here and I like it down here.
He still picks up odd jobs. Everybody in Imnaha does. It's just what you do.
No hustle bustle. That's the thing I like about it. And it's just a good place to live, I think. Good place to live, they pack you off.
When I'm coming down this canyon here, I mean, it's like, I get about halfway down, and it's like going into a different world. I mean, to me, this is Shangri-La.
Alazar Holliday is 69. He belongs in Eugene, trust me. He's at home in Imnaha.
Here, it's pretty much the old pioneering spirit, you know. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. I might not agree with it, but you're welcome to your opinion, you know.
Alazar makes electric, cuts wood, mows the lawn, you know, stuff like that.
Since then. They primarily want, you know, let us do our thing down here, leave me alone.
There is a school, K through 8, 9 kids. Everybody over here could use more kids in the school. When the pavement ends, 24 miles of gravel road begin. This is the way you go to the Hat Point. They say it's narrow and steep. What a ride. What a view. Unbelievable, nerve-wracking, amazing. Well, we made it. That was an hour and 15 minutes, and we're at the top of the mountain. Hat Point, I'm going to show it to you, is right behind me right there. There's a lookout tower, and now we're going to go up there and look out into Hell's Canyon for the very first time. Wallowa County is indeed a hidden jewel in Oregon's already spectacular array of scenery. We've never seen anything like it. But like most places you visit in Oregon, it's the people who really make these remote corners of Oregon what they are. The way it used to be, the way it should be. Every place we visited in Wallowa County said, come and visit. We want you to visit, but we don't want you to stay. So that's it for this special, and we're gonna go. But we will be back. Oh, I forgot something. You guys are coming with me. Every month, Ranchito Grill teams up with Rick Dancer TV to give away 2 free dinners to some lucky winner. All you got to do is go into Ranchito Grill, have dinner, fill out your name, your phone number. We'll draw once a month and call you and let you know right here on the show if you are the winner.
What I will tell you, about our food is that we prepare everything from scratch. So we make sure we hire people that have the passion for making food. That's one of the ingredients. The other one, we make sure that our recipes, they use the ingredients that we tell them to use. And before we put it into the market, we make sure we test, try it. What I love about this business is the people. I'm a people person, so I love to interact with people.
What we offer is a source of news that can be trusted. It's in an era where everybody's trying to be the first to get the news out. We actually do some research and talk to the sources and get the story and all the details behind the story.
Springfield, Oregon is home to the first rage room in the state. If you've never been to a rage room, it's a place where you get to go and just break a bunch of stuff. So we went to Katie Hallert with the Stellar Home Team and said, would you like to go with us and swing a bat around? And she said, you bet.
Oh, that was amazing. Just being able to release your anger and your frustrations and just take it out on this little thing, this little glass piece or electronic or tape or whatever it was. It was great.
Christmas decorations and Wi-Fi router were highlights for me. That is like years of pent up not being able to break the Christmas decorations. Well, I broke many today, and I paid to do it. That's all right.
Well, I love being able to go and try out new stuff. I love being able to support local businesses and give back to our community. Because we're always about local, local, local. That's where our business is. It's all about here and the now and people who live here.
Well, people ask me all the time, they move here from out of state, what do you do for fun? Where should I go? Well, now I'm gonna say, go to the demolition zone and break some stuff.
So, Kathy and I spend what? $50 a month going to a gym so we can sit in the gym and climb on a Stairmaster to get a workout. Wow. So right over there, there's a bunch of lightning strikes. Listen to that. We've been running 2.5 miles down that hill because our car's parked. And I don't want to get hit with a bolt of lightning. So we just made it in time. It's hailing.
Credibility is huge. I mean, you put the facts together and you tell the story, the complete picture, then that builds your credibility. Trust is key, because if they don't trust what it is that you're doing every single week, then they're not going to subscribe to the paper, they're not going to buy the paper, they're going to look for other sources to find the news that they want.
So I'm walking about with a backpack and a sack full of jack. I'm trying to catch a train headed out west. so high. I've been looking for a man who promises sweet deals and cheap thrills. So jump up on my train and I sit down what I own. 'Cause you know I can get used to my new home, babe.
Well, this is a Rad Rover. It's a fat tire electric bike, and those bikes are easier to balance on. You get really good traction, and it's a lot of fun. People get to rent them, and they can rent them all day if they like and go on the bike trails that we have here in Eugene, or they could go on a tour. I like doing the Riverbank tour the best because there's so many options. The Scenic Bikeway Covered Bridges tour. You get a chance to see the historical side of Cottage Grove. Riding on the beach near Florence, the coastal tour. I believe in trying to promote electric transportation, and I'm a part of Oregon Shores Conservation Coalition, so I actually use the bike to pick up garbage and report on the health of the coastline. So I used to hang glide every day, and now I ride bikes every day, electric bikes. I had some illnesses that got me down, and the doctors wanted me to get on an exercise program, and the electric bikes I'd been thinking about doing, so it was a perfect choice for me. You know, I used to ride 5 or 10 miles on a regular bicycle and have a lot of fun doing it. And now I can ride up to 35 or 40 miles on a typical ride and see all kinds of things that I didn't see before.
So we're at Crater Lake, and we're stopping here at this little parking lot. We are ready to go. You get to ride with us. Whoa, so awesome. Oh my gosh. You come around that corner, that's like heaven. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that. Got that coming down that whole hill. That's cool. That. Oh my gosh. We got meadow right there. Recently, some big news in our community was when a man with a disability was not allowed to stay in a local theater because he was making noise. People in the community became outraged by this, and we put together with Dave Camber at Summit Funding a little birthday party that this young man will never forget. Recently, Sam and his mother were asked to leave a local theater because Sam was making too much noise. Happy noise.
So did you believe in a million years that people...
His mom posted something on Facebook, and the public was outraged.
I saw our community rallying around a citizen who deserves some more respect, period. He deserves our love and respect.
Right? What does Sam tell? What does he tell the community? What does he show the community?
He says, I'm a human being too, and I've got feelings and emotions, and I can have joy. I just have a different way of expressing it from most of you.
The Broadway Metro Theater in downtown Eugene heard about what happened and offered to give Sam and 30 of his friends a free screening. Happy birthday to you. On this day, a bunch of people, including some superheroes, showed up to wish Sam a happy birthday.
And it's fun to respect that and understand it. It'd be fun to join him, right? He needs us, and we need him.
If you're talking about art in Oregon, especially bronze sculpture, the place most people will know or hear about is the town of Joseph, way over in Wallowa County. A lot of folks have never been there. We're going to take you there now, thanks to Corky Gorley with State Farm Insurance in Springfield. Few people simply pass through Wallowa County. It's not a highway to any place else, but a road to a particular destination. A part of Oregon many valley dwellers have heard of, but few have experienced for themselves. Pictures, video, and the interviews you will see can entice you, but in person, Wallowa County will connect you.
I really don't think that there's been a new stick-built house built in Lostane in probably 40 years.
Small slow traffic as visitors make their way to the end of the pavement, to the very edge of Oregon. Those who live here will fight to keep it this way. Slightly touched, underdeveloped, wild, and unknown.
No, we're very clannish. We don't come to visit, that's fine, but don't.
A county with not one stoplight. Not one. Fast food, not welcome either.
People here don't want fast food. The local restaurants, everybody has their favorite, and they don't branch out a lot.
What is Wallowa County? Who lives here?
What you see is around here.
Who stays in this land commonly known as Switzerland of America? 3,152 square miles of craters, prairie, hillsides, rivers, and those mountains. 7,220 folks call this county home. That's fewer than live in the city limits of Cottage Grove.
I've lived here all my life and been what you call a hillbilly all my life.
Not everyone is a self-proclaimed hillbilly. Most, simple, independent people.
I think the pace of life here, it's kind of kicked back, not very frantic, you know.
Small towns? You bet.
For me, it's still the lifestyle, the surroundings, and the people. I just enjoy it here.
A place where wide open space is more important than a savings account. A spot you eke out a living, much like those before you did.
I do odd jobs for people. I did. I've kind of quit doing that.
Few complain. It's the cost of living here. Wallowa Lake brings the tourists, always has. Legends of a monster 180 feet long living at the bottom of that lake, not enough to scare people away. First sighting, 1885. The last, later. Quiet for now. As we visit the different towns, you will hear reoccurring themes.
I live in that subdivision up there, and we got a bunch of outsiders moved in there. I can't say that I'm happy about the situation at all.
Don't be offended. What do you think of liberals?
Not too good.
Those mountains, this land, worth protecting. But keep your ideas to yourself. What do you think of environmentalists?
Ooh, we don't like environmentalists.
The old, the new, protected, guarded by tradition and those mountains. Wallowa County, the not-so-wild West, the edge of Oregon.
We're at the end of the road. We're at the end of the road.
It's a place you come back to. People in Oregon and the places of Oregon are so amazing, and that's why we started a new show on our Facebook channel, Rick Dancer Conversations, called Exploregon, The Backstories. On these shows, we will take you to the places and introduce you to the people that you will probably never meet without this show. So be sure and tune in. I'll put the address right here on the screen, and you can find more out about that. Thanks for joining us tonight. Turn it more this way. Is it still straight? Is it running? Hi, I'm Rick Dancer. We're taking you to Wallowa County. It's the northeastern. Let me show it to you here on a map. Oh, except we got a car. We're about to take you on a little, I'm moving out of the camera. We're going to We're about to take, because I forget. If I keep talking, I forget.